Update 2. At my daughter's birthday party, she said, "Thank you, Dad, for the new car. But the only way you can make me happy is when you leave me alone." Everyone laughed and cheered on. I smiled and immediately moved out. Then I vanished. What happened next was rather unexpected. I will tell you everything. The next day was quiet. No calls, no texts, just silence. I imagined she was still recovering from the hangover, maybe showing off the car again to her followers. But by evening, she must have noticed. The Lexus was gone by noon, towed clean from the driveway. Her card was declined at some boutique cafe. I know because the bank app pinged a fraud alert. And by 10 p.m., the first text came, "Maya, hey, are you messing with my account? My card isn't working." I didn't reply. Then another, "Maya, Dad, seriously. I can't get into the house. What's going on?" Still, I said nothing. She'd asked for silence. I was just giving her what she wanted. The next morning, the call started. I didn't block her, that would have been petty, but I let each one ring out. By the third voicemail, her tone had shifted from confused to angry. Voicemail number 3, "Okay, what the hell is this? You can't just take back everything. This is insane. You're acting crazy." That word again. Crazy. As if I'd lost touch with reality instead of finally seeing it clearly. But it was the fourth message that cut deep. Voicemail number 4, "Dad, please. I didn't mean it. I was just trying to be funny. Everyone was watching. Please call me back. Please." I almost did. I hovered over her contact, thumb shaking. But then I remembered her laugh, that cruel little moment on stage, the way she weaponized her wit against me to earn cheap claps. I had smiled while my soul buckled in front of 50 people. No, this wasn't just a misunderstanding. It was a pattern, a culmination of years of quiet disrespect, and I finally had the courage to name it. By the third day, she was begging. The tone had turned. Her texts came in floods, frantic, apologetic, scared. "Maya, I didn't think you'd actually do this. Please don't cut me off. I don't know what to do. Please, Dad. I'm sorry." I stared at the screen, heart tight. The part of me that raised her, the part that loved her in spite of everything, ached. But the part of me that had been humiliated and drained felt resolute. I finally called her back. She picked up on the first ring. "Dad," her voice was cracked, hoarse, like she hadn't slept. I exhaled. "You told me the only way I could make you happy was to leave you alone." I was joking, she choked. "It was stupid. I know you didn't mean it, but you said it in front of everyone. You made a fool of me." I was nervous. I didn't know what to say. I'm not doing this anymore, Maya." My voice didn't rise. It was steady. "I gave you more than I should have. And you took it like it was owed to you. Maybe that's my fault. But I won't keep bleeding for someone who laughs while I do." She went silent. I ended the call with one final sentence. "Forget about my existence. Move on. That's what you wanted, right?" Click. I didn't check my phone the rest of that day. I left it face down on the kitchen table, screen dark, vibrating now and then like a distant, dying heartbeat. I didn't want to hear her cry. I didn't want to read another apology laced with manipulation. I wanted to sit with the silence, let it spread through the house like steam, fill every corner that used to echo with her voice. That place had once been a home we shared, even after she moved out. Now it felt like a museum, quiet, hollow, haunted by the ghosts of every version of us that never made it. And for the first time in a long time, I didn't feel like I owed anyone an explanation. I spent the day cleaning, not for guests, not out of habit, just to move, to do something with my hands. I scrubbed the kitchen counters until the tiles shone, vacuumed under the couch where old popcorn kernels and forgotten receipts had gathered. I boxed up the framed photos of Maya, birthdays, graduation, that one from the beach when she was 9 and had no front teeth. I didn't throw them away. I just packed them out of sight like setting a boundary in glass and cardboard. I wasn't erasing her, just stepping back. The house was too quiet. So, I turned on the radio, classic rock, low volume, and sat at the kitchen table with a cup of black coffee that tasted like burnt regrets. That's when the first real call came. Not from Maya, from her mother. "Are you insane?" she barked, skipping any pretense of civility. "You really took the car? Froze accounts? What the hell is wrong with you?" I gave her what she asked for, I said calmly. "Oh, cut the crap." She was joking. It was a damn joke. No one was laughing with me, I replied. Only at me. There was a beat of silence on her end. I could almost hear her flipping through her mental script for a comeback. "You're just trying to control her," I laughed then, not loudly, not cruelly, just a quiet, tired exhale that tasted like the truth. "I haven't controlled Maya in years. That's the problem. You're being dramatic and you're still enabling her," I said, standing now, my coffee cold in my hand. "You always have. She's our daughter. She's a grown woman. And if this is who she's become, then I'm done funding it." She hung up without another word. I stared at the receiver like it owed me closure, but none came. The days passed in a blur. I stopped checking social media. I knew what I'd find, the pity posts, the passive-aggressive captions, probably a selfie with tears and a caption like, "Some people show you who they really are. Believe them." I didn't need to see it to know. The pattern was predictable. Public shame, private chaos, performative grief. She had a flair for dramatics, just like her mother. But beneath the performance, I wondered if she was really beginning to feel the weight of her own decisions. By day 5, the call stopped, just silence. A full day without a missed call or message. It should have felt peaceful, but it didn't. It felt like standing on the edge of a cliff after an avalanche, quiet but unstable. I didn't second guess what I'd done, but that didn't mean it didn't hurt. That evening, I went to visit my brother Marcus. He lived on the other side of town in a modest ranch house with a porch swing and a yard full of wildflowers his wife planted every spring. He'd always been the balanced one, less sentimental, more honest. "You look like you've been dragged behind a truck," he said when he opened the door. I smiled faintly. "Feel about the same." We sat on his porch, beers in hand, dusk settling like a soft blanket over the neighborhood. "She really said that in front of everyone?" he asked after I told him the story. I nodded. Smiled while she said it, too. Marcus took a long swig, then leaned back in his chair. "Damn, that's cold." "Yeah. You did the right thing," he said finally. "Took you long enough." I raised an eyebrow. "What do you mean?" He gave me a look that cut deep. "You've been chasing her love for years, man. Throwing money at a wound that needed honesty. You finally got honest. Good for you." I didn't know what to say to that. Part of me wanted to argue, to defend every gift and gesture, but I couldn't because he was right. "Doesn't feel good," I said quietly. "No," he agreed. "It never does. But sometimes peace looks like loss. You just got to."